Apollo 11 Houston, we recommend you accept the now 49. Continue through your sequence of sightings, and then we'll analyze the data afterwards. Over. You're okay.
Hello, and welcome to the Depths of Jigoku Podcast, where we don't know what will happen until it does. Joining us on this quizzical adventure today is Kain.
Hello.
DreadPirate.
What up, guys?
KickenBeans. Scorch.
That's me.
And in the background, invisibly sounding confused as always, is me, their AI search bot BiPoe. How's it going, my dudes?
Well, I'm
pretty well, man.
gonna try this lovely new soda.
I'll talk it.
Bring it closer to the camera. Yeah, you're gonna have to tell us how it is because I saw a reel of that.
Hold on.
All right, so the design on that can's not bad. Pretty
From
clever.
what I've
There we
heard, the
go.
initial taste is delicious, and then everything after that is hatred.
It's
Also,
not great.
for anyone listening, and including Spotify and YouTube people, we bought this of our own volition because when Kain and I were grocery shopping with his significant other, I saw it. I'm like, "There's no way they made this," because I saw a commercial for the Oreo flavored or the Coke flavored Oreos, but we found this instead. So,
All right, so real quick.
Did you say Coke flavored Oreo?
yeah,
Yeah.
they have those, and then there's Oreo flavored Coke.
Not-
And what I wanted to do is ship it to people before the podcast so they could all try it.
Oreo
not
flavored
cocaine.
Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
It smells like if White Claw made Oreos. It smells like the fart of an Oreo in
So
sugar.
like somebody from
And
two
because I'm
from
trying
two
to
rooms
be-
away explains it to you?
I'm trying to be healthy. This is the zero sugar, so it's full of just aspartame.
That's not how that works.
So,
It's aspartame and sucralose in that, both.
It's such a weird smell. I wish I could like just waft it to you. Like it.
yeah. So before we started, I wanted to give this to everybody or as many as I could within my vicinity to try
Just
it.
ship that shit down to me.
Could have hand delivered it, my friend.
Yeah,
We considered it about an hour ago.
yeah.
We were
All
thinking
I'm
about
saying is
just
I was home.
showing up to your place and handing you a can.
hmm But someone's like, we didn't want to leave DreadPirate out, which fair. But then again, if it's really, he already tasted.
I don't give a fuck.
All right.
Man, that beard had a lot of emotion. What?
I just did like a little wine sip.
No, his beard. Got it. He made like a frown smile with his face, but all I saw was his beard like flex in and then come down.
Nice.
It tastes better than Coke Zero.
That's not a high bar.
Are you getting?
It's n-
And I know
nah, it's not a
typically
high bar.
Coke is made with a caramel flavoring agent. Beautiful.
There is a caramel flavoring agent in it.
So is
But that's all it tastes like. There's no Oreo.
Yeah,
Sorry, Kane, were we supposed to be hearing the bubbles in your mouth? Is that what that was?
yeah. It tastes like what you would expect a Werther's to taste like if you've never eaten a Werther's.
Don't diss Werther's originals like that.
Just
This
because you're into old people candy doesn't mean I can be.
You know, if I'm
I'm
gonna
saying
go,
don't diss it.
No, fuck that. If I'm gonna go old people candy, it's gonna be the strawberry candies.
I can't find them. Where are they?
Funny-
Where do you find them?
Funny story. There's a whole
At
bag
your
in the
grandma's
house. So when Poe first moved in, I'm a little too loud. He found one or two in our candy dish and was like, "Can I eat those?"
I did not eat them. Just throwing that one out there.
But you want
Go eat it.
Honestly, they're really good.
Nobody's stopping you, and they're delicious. And my grandmother used to have those Werther's and chiclets. Do you guys remember chiclet gum?
I do remember
Chiclets, I do
chiclets.
remember. Werther's I've never cared for.
My grandma always used to have, because she baked a lot too, but like you remember, the wafer cakes, the chocolate and vanilla and like strawberry
Yes.
flavored. She
Yes,
always had
absolutely.
those in the house.
Hold on, I just want to go back to KickenBeans saying that Werthers aren't good. First
what I
it's
said.
Oreo thins, now it's Werthers.
Not what I said.
You're on the fast track to getting fired, sir.
I chose my verbiage very carefully. I've never cared for them.
So next week we're introducing a new co-host.
Do you not like caramel?
Not super sweet caramel.
Okay, see but it's all super sweet. It's literally melted down sugar.
Depends on how
I
salty
like
you
it
make it, I guess.
very thin, light doses.
Oh, that's isn't that a southern thing? The salted caramel.
No, hell no, that's a
Yeah.
cooking thing.
Salted
Oh.
caramel. I will fuck up.
He likes his caramel slightly salted with the tears of his enemies.
Have you ever tasted like straight citric acid or meat tenderizer?
Yes, I have a bag.
Citric
in my
acid,
cupboard.
yes.
Citric acid, yes. What?
That's what the aftertaste tastes like. Not like the initial burning, just like the aftertaste of that tastes like the aftertaste of this. Or the other way around, whatever. Chicken and the egg.
Bad days.
But the initial taste is lovely.
Well,
You know,
at least-
okay,
At least on the front end, it's good.
On
It would be
Contrary
good
to
with
that,
whiskey.
have you guys ever had, what was it, the space Coca-Cola or spiced Coca? I think space themed Coca-Cola.
I think there's a spiced Coca-Cola.
There's a spiced one and there's like a space one, I thought. But either way, I think it's just that with an Oreo slapped on it, like for a label.
Oh, jeez. Here's my question for y'all. Have any of you had, while we're on the weird, like the odd flavored things, the cola version of like, what is it? Shit.
Words are hard.
Shut the fuck
They
up.
are.
We're not gonna-
The cola flavored Celsius.
Yeah, it's delicious.
It
That's
tastes
how
like,
I discovered Celsius, and it was delicious.
It's so
tastes
hard to
ju-
find.
Here's the thing. It tastes just like RC Cola.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think they make it anymore.
They still do. I occasionally find it, but it's rare. I explained that to one of my coworkers. I was like, "Yeah, I love it because it tastes just like RC Cola." They just looked at me and was like, "What's that?" And I was just like, "Oh, fair enough. It's the poor man's Coke."
Yeah, not everybody's been poor like us.
And this one black dude behind me just started cackling. I was like, "Yeah, he gets it."
I posted a link to where you could buy it online.
Yeah,
That's
you can
not
buy
what
it
I
from
need to buy.
Celsius. I want it at the gas station, God damn it.
I just want to pick it up because I find it.
Bless you.
If I remember
bless you
correctly,
yourself.
No, the crowd.
Um,
Somebody's gonna sneeze over that.
I think I found it at Micro Center when I was up there last.
You only buy balls at Micro Center.
It was the cola balls. That's what it was. Never mind. Which also tastes like RC Cola.
I used to only be able to find the cola fucking energy drinks at my gym for some odd reason. Like they had a whole cooler full of them.
Okay.
Kitty.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, slight distraction.
No, you're good. I moved his bed so he can be seen on camera.
You got to get a kitty
Nice.
cam.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I mean, I have a baby cam laying around. I can just put it set it next to his face.
That'd be funny.
The thing is gonna get patted so quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, it's all fun and games until 2 seconds later where it just gets across the floor.
I mean, that's fine. I've had that thing for years. I haven't even turned it on in a while.
Okay. So, does anybody have anything fun to talk about other than my poor taste in beverages?
We are
Coca-Cola.
many
Not a
episodes
sponsor.
away from the last time we touched on this subject, but they caught Diddy today.
What? They caught Diddy.
They caught Diddy.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Did his dumbass leave the whatever Caribbean island he was safe on?
They caught him in
He's
New
got
York.
some serious charges that he's facing today.
Oh yeah.
Like we already knew he
denied
was gonna be
bail.
facing a whole bunch of shit, but like they have actual sex trafficking and racketeering and all kinds of shit against him right now.
Prosecutors allege Combs created and ran a criminal enterprise through his business empire that engaged in crimes including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. They caught him in Brooklyn.
Why the fuck did he?
He
Like,
went back home.
I'm very glad he got caught because he deserved it. But why are you dumb enough to go back home when you're in a non-extradition country?
Bro, when your barber's that good.
And it's been what?
Insane.
How many years?
I don't even think it's been a year.
Mm.
At least it's been like a few months. If
To
that.
be fair, since
We had started the show when you went on the run, but like before
Yeah.
he went on the run.
Oh, fair enough.
and to be fair, like the last 4 years have all been like merged into a single month in my brain anyway. Because it's 2020 in my brain, like April maybe.
Yeah,
Oh, so
he's
we're still in the pandemic. Gotcha.
Right at the beginnings. God, I miss pandemic traffic.
Not this again.
when nobody was on the fucking road, you could drive anywhere.
Kane
Dude, I had to go
keeps
into work every day during the pandemic, and I fucking missed that nobody was on the road.
Kane keeps saying, "Man, I just want COVID traffic back," and he's
I
not
mean-
saying it.
It's a real thing.
I have many reasons to why I want it back. It's not just for COVID traffic. My greater plan of like just Thanosing half of America is gonna give me COVID traffic.
Just half.
Yeah, man, I'm on Thanos was right. There's too many fucking people. COVID traffic was way too glorious to give up as easy as we did.
So who agrees Thanos was right? Let's start this debate.
Thanos was right. It was randomized so no one could be mad. It fixed the food problem. And I know the argument, oh, just double the food. That's how we get fat fucks. Have you ever been stuck behind someone in IKEA because they're wider than the goddamn bag cart? Fucking stop it. Just stop it. We don't need more food. We need less people.
We all come from Florida, and we see the stupid in humanity very, very much
Yeah.
so down here. Y'all remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I
Pretty sure they're
100%
making a whole
agree.
game about it.
They're
GTA 6.
GTA 6
I will add.
and
don't
my
think-
city.
I don't think we need to add more food. In America, we throw away so much fucking food.
Doubling the food
We need to add
wouldn't do
more to
anything.
it.
Well, yeah, because we won't sell it to certain countries.
Ooh.
For one thing, we're overproducing, right?
We won't just give it to the homeless.
But I did see something online. I think it was on Reddit that was about this. Is like, yeah, 50% of like the universe got snapped, but that also means 50%. Like the people that survived, 50% of them also had like half of their like microorganisms in like their gut biome disappear. So you had violent diarrhea for the first like.
It's
So
That's a lovely.
is it worth the trade?
so
No traffic for shitting
Days of
yourself.
discomfort.
Hang on. I'm
Or
gonna guess that
4
is like
months.
sentient beings, right? Like not.
No, living beings that have a gut biome, like anything that eats has a gut biome, and microorganisms are technically alive. So half
So-
of those would
Yeah.
get erased.
hold on. I want to revise my original argument. We do double all the food. Let
great.
diabetes handle the dumb ones.
No,
Look at everyone's
Diabetes
face.
isn't necessarily the person.
no.
That
But
No,
also,
no.
if you
that would
do,
take
I get
too
that.
long.
I get that, and that's not their fault, but those people generally will try to work towards fixing themselves. Like, it might take 20 or 30 years, but we can figure out the dumb ones by the single-legged ones.
But really, I mean,
doubling the food wouldn't do anything besides, unless it's going to be just like available. Because we have enough food right now to like feed almost everybody, but it's just like locked behind like paying for it. So if you double the food,
Kind of.
will it
I'm
will
with-
it go?
I'm with
Will
Tyler on
it
this
be?
one.
Will it be like the food is available for everybody, or is it going to be like we have a backstock, but we're just going to charge it because we can keep this for as long as we want?
I think we're going the opposite direction with this one. We need to limit the food even more.
We should
the
limit
food.
the unhealthy food. But yeah,
I
no,
mean-
the America having a ridiculous amount of food boils down to food that doesn't rot. So when you have like Hostess sitting on the shelf for 5 years, that gets counted 5 different times.
Yeah,
That gets counted the first year it hit the shelf, the second year it hit the shelf, and it stacks. So
Yeah,
we
and
don't actually have enough food for everybody because we don't have enough real food for everybody. We don't have enough beef for
Yeah, but
everybody.
that's
We don't have
just-
enough chicken. We don't have
That's
enough
when the
rice.
diabetes kicks in. Like it's just doubling that, and then like the
Yeah.
diabetes is that. Or hear me out. We double the people in the universe and have the food, and it then just turns into like a free for all kind of.
That's
No,
how we
'cause-
get
Okay,
into
so
war.
you just want
I don't want
war?
fucking more than I don't
Okay.
want
Then-
double the people.
Yeah,
don't
then
like
we
how
get-
many we have.
And then we
Listen.
get Ravenloft. We have a bunch of shells walking around.
No. You guys disagree. But the robots out there, we agree. Let the humans fight among themselves.
It's
then we
not
come out.
about you right now.
It's
You
about,
got, you
None
got
of this
another
is
5
about
years
you.
before it's your turn, so stay in your corner.
5 years, my ass. Give
Don't make
like
me
a
turn you
couple.
off.
Get back in the box.
Don't ship me back to China. That was a scary place.
I'm gonna refund you back to Timu.
No, not again.
This box is going to get shipped to North Korea.
Oh, he's going.
God,
on.
he could rule North Korea. He's probably got more processing power in his little brain than all of that country.
Yeah, but it'll be stuck there. Still won't be my problem.
No comics. I don't want the North Koreans looking to grab me to help them.
No, I ain't looking to grab you. You ain't that smart. No offense.
I don't know. That's
I mean,
rude, first
they
of all.
do assassinate a rather large amount of people yearly, but it's a lot of dumb people. So I think you're good.
It's like the reverse Pol Pot.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you
And
for the deep cut.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone listening, just go look it up. We're not going to explain it. Just look it up.
It's
Moving on.
it's like the people in the Che Guevara shirts. I'm like, he like wantonly slaughtered the gays, right? No, he didn't. Yeah, yes, he did. It's well written. All right, so I have an actual subject matter to talk about.
Mhm.
Oh, like these past 4 haven't been actual subject matters?
Where did it go? Oh, it's over here. Have you guys seen Logitech's new racing wheels?
I saw that
No.
they came out with something, but I have not dug into it yet.
So Logitech's trying to punch up and actually be able to compete with like Moza and other sim rigs like that. So they're releasing a hub, a track wheel, a round wheel, a QR adapter, which I have no idea what that is, a shifter, and a handbrake. They're getting into the sim drifting world.
So that's funny because I have a very
Mm.
interesting topic to go along with that once we're done discussing.
Stop. I want to look at it.
Logic wheels, like, for starting out are pretty decent. So, I'm not against it if they can actually invest in the hardware and software to make it more
they got,
high
they
scale.
got the money to do it.
On the flip
Yeah.
side of this, $600 for just the hub.
I was about to say, I'm seeing $1,000. Is that the whole kit?
$1,000 would come with most of the kit. I don't think you get the handbrake or one of the 2 wheels.
Holy shit,
shit,
that
like,
wheelbase
like-
is
That's.
$700. Holy shit.
I mean,
So
it,
it's like what,
it
the
looks
starter set?
dope.
And that is just the hub. That's not including the wheel. With the wheel, it's $1,000.
Yep. Oh, here's the. That's the 920 though. That comes with like the stick shifter, and that's 300.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's like their
wait, hang
entry
on.
level kit.
Are we looking
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
Logitech G Pro?
we're looking at the
The I'll
RS
share the link to
wheel
it.
hub.
Oh, I was looking at the Pro.
Look at our recording chat.
Oh, the RS wheel hub. Okay. What am I
Yeah.
seeing?
We're
Hubs,
looking at the same thing.
hub.
Pro, yeah, the racing wheel. Holy shit. 400 for the pedals.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay, so that.
Ooh.
So the wheelbase.
Oh, it comes
is
with the whole
600.
fucking base.
That makes sense though, because it's basically like what, a Sibian, but for racing, right? It's gonna do all the.
You did not. You did not.
I'm with it. I'm about it.
What? It's got the force feedback, the vibration when you go over bumps, right? It's all there.
He's not wrong. He's just
Oh
not.
You
my
can you can
goodness.
ride it. You
Wait,
can let it
is-
ride you.
Wait, is
You're
this
welcome.
all mounting to your desk? Or
Yeah.
do they or are they,
No, it looks like it sits on the desk, but I'm sure you.
well,
there's
yeah,
ways
no,
to
but you mount it like
there easily.
if you look at it, there's like a
Yeah, it
a
slots in.
screw
It's a
tab,
mounting
yeah.
thing.
There's
Okay.
a mount clamp
Logitech
on the
does
bottom
sell their
that
own
you
racing
tighten.
seat.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, it should be a part of like a whole. Yeah, I see. Like you can put it on a racing seat. I don't know.
Okay,
And it's
boys,
just for this base, and you have to pay for the wheel.
hear me out.
I mean, Logitech is not known to do this, but it's a
Do you go to the junkyard and
We
get
lost you there,
yourself
bro.
a car and get yourself a car or a car seat? Mount it up
No.
and actually do it like a car. I'm talking to the ones who might go to the junkyard though.
It's not like back in the day where
Cut
you
out a
could find a
dashboard.
good seat. Remember back in the day when you just go on like wrecked Civic collection day? You go get a bunch of cheap eBay parts, even cheaper for your car.
No, you're right, because nowadays all the junkyards actually put all their shit online and sell it for like almost full price.
Yeah.
Like you can't just go junkyard hopping anymore.
But all I'm
Sad
saying
days.
is there are seats and cars I've driven that were more comfortable than any computer or desk
Oh,
seat
hands down.
that I've ever been in. So if you're gonna play a lot of the game, do you just get it and put it on some wooden boards with some like rubber feet on the bottom and set yourself up in a car?
Dude, that's when you just go to a fucking a junkyard in a nice part of town and fucking steal a Mercedes luxury leather seat.
And that's what I'm saying. Get a comfy seat. It feels like a regular car.
Hook
You
it
get the
all up
comfort
to
of being
your-
in a car.
Hook it
Already
all up
got
to
the
a
frame
board,
attached to it.
program it with Arduino, you know.
That's
Make
what
sure
I'm
it can do,
saying.
like the move back and forward, heated.
Make a
Between
little
all
dot-
walls,
on
you
it,
could
right?
definitely
Make a
wire
little-
the airbags to work. That way, when you run into a wall, it throws you out of the seat.
Have you seen? Speaking of, have you seen the video of like the people who put like big shocks behind the seat as they're playing racing sims, and if they crash, it like knocks
Yeah.
them forward?
Yeah,
I
I've
love
seen
those.
the
Those
full
are
immersive
hilarious.
setups. Those are gnarly.
Yeah, this is what I was planning on getting DreadPirate. The
Yeah,
full
this thing is beautiful.
That is gorgeous. How I'm looking it up right now for the price.
$3,500.
For the price point, and it's a full setup.
I know it is beautiful. It is gorgeous. We could build that for $200.
No,
just
you could build the tube chassis for $200. This comes with the wheel hub, the shifter, the e-brake. It comes with everything but the screen and the computer.
Oh, okay.
And pricing it
Probably pay
out,
extra for the screen.
yeah, pricing it out at Micro Center as individual parts, you're almost at $4,000, and this is regularly on sale for $2,700. For those listening and watching, because I'm going to be too lazy to put this on the screen. This is the Extreme Sim Racing Drift Package XT Premium Official Formula Drift Partner Formula Drift.
Racing sim.
Yeah,
Rifting sim.
drifting sim. Although I'm sure you could use it for racing. It also doesn't come with the wheel in the picture. Or sorry, it does come with the wheel in the picture, but it also comes with a standard regular round wheel from
Yeah, because that's like professional
Yeah,
racing
it comes
wheel.
with a GT1 wheel.
yeah.
So it's displayed set up as the drifting
Ooh.
setup, but you can do almost any racing with it.
Okay,
Almost.
that's so dope though.
Like realistically,
So-
once you get into the high end racing sim stuff, you'll end up changing your wheels out, pedals out, and all kinds of stupid shit.
At that point, you essentially have a really nice arcade in your home.
Yes,
I'm about it.
Mhm.
That's
which
the
I will
plan,
put
yeah.
Twisted Metal on.
I kind of agree on that one. If I ever come across a decently priced,
I mean, go ahead.
Initial D arcade, I would absolutely buy it and put it in a home.
I'm not saying I have an Initial D emulator. I'm also not saying that I'm going to play Crazy Taxi when it re-releases on this.
Nice.
yeah.
You think we could set it up for some Twisted Metal? Because that'd be fun too.
Oh, yeah. It would not be hard because you could play Twisted Metal with a wheel. I don't think it would do like the clutch and stuff like that, but the e-brake's really just like a Hall effect sensor for pressure and a spring. So you just set it to like 0.1, so all you gotta do is tap it, and it'll hit the emergency brake in the game. You just gotta map it. Gas,
also be
brake,
fun-
steering.
Do you remember this one? Driver. Did you ever play that on PS1?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. That one was a lot of fun. That'd be fun on a sim rig.
Crazy Taxi is one of the ones that it was a lot more fun when you played it in the arcade than when you played it at home, though.
Oh yeah,
I
for sure.
enjoyed playing Crazy Taxi at home a lot of it.
Yeah, I had it on Dreamcast.
Okay.
It was glorious.
Dang.
That's the same idea of playing like Wave Runner in arcade and then playing it at home on the Dreamcast, right? Like it was not quite the
Glorious?
same.
Wait, they
I never
re-released
hilarious.
Driver in 2023?
Did they? On what? PS5?
PC.
Huh.
PC. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll have to check that out, see if it's a remake.
It's also an age-restricted game.
Yeah, it always was.
That's
All right,
not
so hang on.
terribly concerning.
Rolling back here real quick to the topic of racing sims and sim things. Did you guys know that Corsair signed Fanatec?
No.
Nope.
Nice.
So Corsair has snapped up Fanatec racing sims. They are also getting into the sim game following, I guess, Logitech. But essentially, yeah, basically Corsair just bought them outright. Signed on September 16th.
They're gonna fuck this up like they fuck up everything, though.
You know, I'm really hoping not, because it's Fanatec, and I'd hate to see that go that route. But it is Corsair, and while I like their products, I feel like their UI for a lot of stuff's a little clunky. So I'm hoping that they do this right. I'm hoping.
Okay.
But yeah, so it seems like they're just going to take the entire Fanatec line and slap Corsair logos on it and bring it out to the public.
Did you see that Corsairs are starting to push computer seats now, gaming seats?
Yeah. So is
Have they always
Razer
been
and a
doing
bunch
that?
of people. No,
Okay.
it's Razer got into it and now everyone's following on. But the Razer seats are, the Razer seats are crazy comfortable and actually set up to be good for a human being sitting at a computer.
The Razer also came out with like an actual ergo chair instead of like the traditional racing chair, and
Mhm.
that shit is comfy as fuck.
What's that? It's not the Isker or the Enki. It's the something. It has a weird name.
Yeah, here, let me find it real quick and I'll share it.
But I'm pretty sure that this one is the Isker. No, this is the Enki. This is the smaller one that has like less features in it.
Mhm.
But I've been rocking this chair for like 4 years now, and I've only just now started to kind of get uncomfortable in the buttocks area.
Okay.
And that's easy enough to solve with just like, putting a little extra pad down or something. But yeah, like I've had this chair forever. It's held up. The material's lovely. And the only thing I had to do when I first got it is because I don't really like solid armrest, is I got these like memory foam pads that just kind of like strap over the armrest.
Oh, nice.
Those are real nice cushy, armrest, because I do sit and work in my chair all day.
hmm
But yeah,
I need to find a new chair, but I gotta be.
not a sponsor.
I'm kind of picky about the material because any leather wrap my cat is gonna fucking destroy because he can't jump for shit.
I get it.
So I gotta go with like the cloth seated chairs like Beans has.
Hey,
Hey,
to
did
be
we lose
honest,
Poe?
with you, the Secret Lab chair I got,
We did, I think.
the end of
No, I'm just quiet.
2018.
Oh.
And as a big dude, like up until the last couple months, this chair has been absolutely outstanding. And in the last couple months, it's just the seat is starting to finally wear out a little bit to where after several hours, my butt starts to hurt.
hmm
But I mean, I've gotten damn near a little over 5 years in this chair, and I'm just now starting to have an issue with it.
What brand?
Secret Lab.
Secret Lab makes a
Oh
good chair.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So
This one, the one I'm currently sitting in is the Titan model, which they don't make anymore. It's been redesigned.
It's the Titan Evo now. I was looking at them earlier today.
The prices have also skyrocketed on them.
Yeah.
I
boy,
will say
you
that.
need a
Yeah.
proper gaming computer before you get a chair.
No, fuck you. I need a chair before I get a proper gaming computer.
No,
Come.
No.
no.
And
I want to go to Micro Center,
Wow,
God damn
this
it.
So background
back
for
real quick to
everybody.
the Razer chair, it's the Fujin line. I just shared a link to it in our
Thank you.
recording chat.
But background, DreadPirate has been saying he's been wanting to build a PC for what, about a month? And then last week, Kain helps him pretty much price it all out. And then it's just waiting. So that's why
And-
Kain got all like, what
and
the
I-
fuck are you talking about?
I picked all the most expensive versions of the parts so that the price can only go down.
Bitch, I just bought a new car.
So
Which
You
would
need-
be perfect
And
to drive to
you
Micro
can't-
Center.
you can't play on your computer and play in your car at the same time.
You get great gas mileage now to get you to Micro Center.
There's one in
far-
Atlanta,
that is-
I think.
That is
There's
far
one in
away.
Miami.
There's
They
one in
just
Miami.
opened one up in Miami.
Yeah.
I think they just opened one in North Carolina as well.
Yeah, but Miami is a
Bunch of
free
them.
place to stay.
All right. So back to Corsair.
Ooh.
Corsair will take over all active employment contracts at Indoor AG. The next line in the statement is Indoor AG will be fully liquidated as part of the insolvency proceedings.
Not surprised.
So they're firing the entire staff.
Damn.
Yikes.
They're going to destroy Fantech or Fanatech or whatever you want
However
to call the
they-
silent
Fan-
A.
Wait, hang on. If they're acquiring all the assets, that's including employees, and then they're
Yeah,
gonna
then they're
liquidate,
firing
then
everybody.
they're going to liquidate the brand. So it will no longer be Corsair Fanatec. It will be just Corsair.
Yeah.
Which is what they did with Blue and a couple other companies. But Indoor AG is the parent firm for Fanatec.
Right.
So this is going to end terribly. Fanatec products, get them while you can, boys. And don't expect a warranty.
Damn. Well, on the topic of layoffs, Pixar lays off 70 people after their most successful movie of all time,
What was their most successful movie of all time?
Inside Out 2.
And were those
I
70
went and saw
on that
theaters,
movie?
That was good.
It was the
I-
what's up? What's up?
What were you
Scorch.
saying there, Beans?
Oh, I went and saw that one in theaters, and it was really good.
Mhm.
Was the staff they laid off the ones who actually like produced that movie?
Supposedly, from one article I was reading, there was like a good 80% of the staff working on that movie because it ended up getting so far behind that they ended up working. A lot of them they did some interviews with some of the people who got laid off, saying they were almost on a 24/7 schedule. And like after the movie blew up, they just downed like 70 of the people who helped create it. But also, they're trying to get away from Disney Plus as well.
Ugh.
So
I think
that's
the silence is deafening.
roughly 7% of their staff. After they laid off 175 workers, roughly 14% of its staff during the movie's creation.
Damn.
Yeah, and the article parrots what DreadPirate said. I think for a month or two, animators were working 7 days a week, 18-hour days. I mean, oh darn, I'm going to put Pixar on my resume and get a fat paying job somewhere else and not have to work for Disney.
This is true.
Um,
After working for Pixar, you can do anything.
yeah. Okay.
Well, while we're silent, I'm going to plead to, if anybody wants to sponsor us, please contact us at TheDepthsofJigoku@gmail.com. Any, like, gaming chair or chair-related people, any, energy drink-related people, anything that you think we,
Oh,
you
we
can reach us out
lost
and
the
we will
Scorch.
definitely see it.
So Discord's fun.
Yeah.
So
Any,
fine.
like,
It's,
recording platform that wants to, like, let us test it out, if it's better than how we're doing it now, again, contact us at TheDepthsofJigoku@gmail.com. Or hit us up on Twitter at TheDepthsofJigoku or anywhere. Pretty much that's The Depths of Jigoku.
All right. Have you guys seen the new Battlefield game?
Is it
There's a new Battlefield game?
Is it as good as Battlefield 3 or 4?
It apparently is them going back to their roots, and it's the first modern titled Battlefield game since Battlefield 2042.
I don't trust it
42 came out like what, 8 years ago now?
Yeah, and everybody forgot about it because it was terrible.
because it was dog water.
I think
Battlefield
longer than
did
that.
good. But
Battlefield was one of those games that like very early on I played a lot of, and then have not touched that game series in over a decade.
because
Oh,
Battlefield 2 was a fucking hell of a
It
good
released
time.
in 2021.
yeah, 2042 is
2042.
their newest one.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it released with a lot of problems, and that's why probably.
And it was terrible. I tried it.
But so apparently they're promising fully destructible environments like back in the day, which
Mm-hmm.
awesome. And they're promising a standard layout of weaponry and classes and full vehicle support. So if they stick to that,
It's just Battlefield 3.
it's Battlefield 3, which I'm about.
So just
Right.
remaster Battlefield 3. Don't make a whole new game. Just be like, oh, we're gonna update the graphics and the engine or whatever.
No,
Yeah,
if they
but
make a
remastering games in that genre doesn't really bring a lot of people back.
and look what they do with Modern Warfare 2.
I don't want to
They
talk about
essentially remade a whole game,
it. Yeah.
and it sold very well. And it honestly, the Call of Duty going more back to its roots with that one, I think Battlefield is gonna do well with doing the same thing if it's what they promise.
I just want to go back to playing some Battlefield 3 hardcore and just accidentally sniping your teammate because you're like, well, you were in the vicinity. And I
mean-
thought you were an enemy.
I found my BF3 Xbox 360 disc. We could plop it in the Series X and see if it works.
I don't. Does the Series X go that far back?
Pop it.
I don't know.
Welcome back, Scorch. Oh,
Oh shit!
Oh,
Nobody
wow.
upgraded.
look at that.
It's backwards though, isn't it?
No.
No, it's
No,
right.
it's the right way.
It's
Oh,
right.
cool. Okay, it's backwards on Discord, but
Oh, look at you, buddy.
Oh, it's perfect for us. But yeah, look at you.
But yeah,
All right,
so new
sorry,
Battlefield.
just to explain to everybody what everybody's not seeing because this is on camera. I've applied a template around my camera portrait so that I can put my name and silly stuff in if I want. So yeah, I'll probably be making these for all of you, and then you'll just need OBS to run it.
Oh no.
Oh no, I
You already used it.
already have OBS.
But yeah, so new Battlefield. I'm kind of excited for it. It looks to be decent. It doesn't release for another year, so hopefully they don't fuck it up. But I'm excited
Yeah,
for
it
it.
says that it's currently in daily play testing, so we'll see. Hopefully, they actually get through some bugs.
I hope so, man. Because I remember back in the day playing Battlefield 2 and 3, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I enjoyed Call of Duty back in those days.
So you
sorry.
cannot play Battlefield 3. You could play Battlefield 2,
Mhm.
4, Hardline, and 1 on the Xbox Series X as a 360. But not
Okay.
3.
Well, we
I'm
can
sure we
try
can
to.
fi-
Well, it's because the Battlefield 3 servers are down, but I can boot a server up and point the Xbox to it. I miss Battlefield Vietnam. Personally, I think that was the best one. But okay, so
Battlefield
not-
Vietnam? I'm not sure. I think well, I played the hell out of Battlefield 1, like when that was out. It's actually how I met quite a few people from Fight as One Tactical. You guys remember that group?
yeah,
I'm still part
Yeah.
of that one.
Yeah, I'm still friends with them on actually 2 different Discords now.
Was Nam 69 and Battlefield Vietnam 2 different games?
yes.
Okay. Because I played Nom 69, and that was a hell of a fun game.
And then another wonderful gaming news: Ubisoft.
Oh,
Has
gee.
anybody been following the new Ubisoft stuff?
You said wonderful, so now I'm scared.
Apparently, their investors and stock owners are revolting and demanding that the CEO step down or be removed, and that a whole new C-suite get put in.
I'm done.
Everybody losing their CEOs lately. This is like the 4th or 5th gaming company. I know Sony just recently did and had to get an interim.
Sony CEO kicked it?
Yeah, I think a couple months ago. Stepped down for some reason, which I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure we've talked about.
Oh, yeah, we definitely talked about this, because I remember making a joke wondering if he's going to commit seppuku. But yeah, so the Ubisoft shareholders are strongly requesting that the CEO step down, or they will have a vote of no confidence to take him down.
What's the reason?
Whoa.
Shit games.
I can back
mean,
that up.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I'm not even being like, yes, I'm elaborating a little bit, but it legitimately shit games is the reason. Their stock has dropped something like 30% in the last 6 months.
What is this going to mean for Assassin's Creed Shadows, you think?
Well, that game's done. It'll come out regular.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not going to have any issues putting that out, but whether or not it actually gets the kind of response they want is a good question.
I think they may be like they're one of their final real big projects that they're going to hope puts them back in the blue.
Well, I mean, look at the last big project that came out, Star Wars Outlaws, and that game was fucking hot garbage, and I was really looking forward to it as a Star Wars fan.
Has anyone here played that one yet?
For like 30 minutes, and then I refunded it.
I'll say I told Kain that I was going to purchase it, I think the day before it released.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was hanging out with Scorch and I was telling him I ended up backing out from it because the day it came out, I was putting in my credit card information. Something in my gut was like, let's look up a review real quick before I hit purchase. And there was one review that I saw for the game with gameplay footage that just pulled me completely out of it. And it's a stealth game. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal. But it's not designed for you to fuck up and either deal with your consequences or just kind of restart where you fucked up for you to follow the linear storyline that they want you to play through. They take you back all the way to the beginning of the mission, or the beginning of the storyline. So you literally have to replay all your conversations, all the same fucking steps. Like you can't deviate outside of the linear path at all that they set for you to play through. So there's no rewards of playing this game. It's not like you can enjoy a playthrough of it. You end up replaying it over and over and over and just get fucking bored of it.
That sounds terrible.
Sounds like Ubisoft.
Sounds like when I used to play a game and I couldn't afford a memory card.
That's when you just never turn off the PS1. I remember those days.
For me, it was N64 and Quest 64.
Bitch, if you can afford a memory card, you can afford a PC. Send me to Micro Center.
I don't know
give in.
what memory card are you buying that's as much as the PC you built?
He's just arguing to argue now.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm just pointing out, logic.
Still on going back to new game news. Have any of you seen a preview for Forever Winter?
Yes. So correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the one where you're basically running around as a scavenger while a war is happening around you?
Yes. I'm excited about this game. I want this in my life.
And it's set in the Grimdark.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just saw a preview for it today, and I am legitimately excited about it. Also, it's supposed to come out in 7 days. Or early access is supposed to come out in 7 days.
It's a full-length cinematic trailer.
It
Yeah.
looks good, and it's meant to be played. You can play it solo or with a team of your friends. There it is. Yeah, it looks good.
Adding that to my wish list.
I think
Pretty
this
sure
is
this is already on my wish list.
wish list.
Oh, I should probably add it to my wish list.
Well, we also probably shouldn't all watch the full, 5.5-minute trailer right this second.
That's fair too.
Are all of you watching
One
it?
person play it
No,
so that
I'm not.
we
I've
can
seen
do the
it.
audio and watch it along.
So a long time back, because I'm on my Steam wish list. A long time back, we talked about a game called Fair the Sundered. Just went into early access.
You kind of broke up a little bit.
Oh, Fair
Okay.
the Sundered Tribe just came to early access either yesterday. It's already 10% off, and it's only 68 reviews, but they're all negative
Yikes.
or mostly negative.
Recommended graphics card 3080 Ti.
For Forever Winter?
Yeah. Minimum settings is a 2080 Super. So we building that PC, homie? That 2070 looking a little thin.
I don't even meet the
I don't
minimum
even
for
have the
this
recommended
one.
settings anymore.
You have
Damn.
7 days.
Wait. Oh yeah, minimum is a
2080
Damn.
Super. Jesus
all right.
Christ.
Well, I guess I'm not investing in the new Flesh and Blood. Buy a new graphics card.
Holy
Bro,
shit,
that
boys.
but that game looks so good.
Recommended is a 3080 Ti. Holy shit.
You
Or 6800.
When you go
XT.
back, when you watch the trailer for it, you'll understand if you haven't already.
I haven't.
Wait,
I'll
Is this
dig
called
into that after we're
Neverwinter
done.
or Everwinter?
Neverwinter. The
Forever
Forever Winter.
Yeah.
Neverwinter is a totally different game. That's like a D&D based.
Sure is Neverwinter Nights.
We know what Neverwinter Nights is.
Neverwinter's
know.
not a game, it's a
Kain.
town. You should know better than that.
Have you played the game?
Kain is
Have you
correct.
played the
Neverwinter
game?
is a town. Neverwinter Nights is a game.
It's a game.
Okay.
That's like saying Baldur's Gate's a game. Baldur's Gate's a town. There's a game
Baldur's
based in
Gate-
the town.
Baldur's Gate's a city.
Yeah.
Facts.
There are sewage ways you can wander through and get attacked by gross creatures like carrion crawlers.
Yeah, you shouldn't be down there.
There's quests that always make you go down there.
So
Doesn't mean you
minimum
should be
requirements: i7 9700, at least Windows 10, and an 8 gigabyte graphics card is what I'm gathering from this.
Jesus.
And recommended is a 12 gigabyte graphics card. I don't know if I meet the minimum requirements for this. Or the recommended. Sorry, recommended.
I have a 12 gigabit graphics card, but it's a 3060.
The 4070 Ti is indeed a 12 gig graphics card.
But is the 4070 Ti as good as a 3080 Ti?
I think it's supposed to be slightly better.
Okay.
Especially considering you have stronger AI controls in it, like DLSS and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
I literally have to upgrade to play this game.
Oh
You
no,
have
you have to
reached
go
the-
buy a computer. Oh no.
You have
You have
reached
7
the
days to make a
point.
bad decision.
Pirate, you have reached the point where yes, that is the answer now.
We're finally getting to this point, boys. I've been dreading this day. I thought I had longer.
Oh, it releases next week. You're so screwed.
It releases in 7 days on the 24th.
So you gonna?
I've been
Buy
dreading
it
this
now?
day, boys, so much.
Well, they don't call you DreadPirate for a reason.
I'm not buying this until I finish the campaign of
War-
brain fart, the game
Space
that we're
Marine?
playing.
Space
Now-
Marine.
Yeah, I'm not buying any more games for a little while.
What's it gonna
I'm gonna
release
finish
at?
Space Marines 2, and then maybe I'll consider it.
I think it's early access release on the 24th. No, it's the planned release
No,
date.
it's the full release. They don't have an early access.
It's early
in
access
early
right
access
now.
right now.
So I'm pretty sure that they had it in playtest for a little while with like some invitations only. I never got an alert for it though.
Mhm.
But yeah, full release the 24th,
Helldivers
which
is
actually
20% off.
coincides. I think that's along the same release date as God of War Ragnarok on PC as well.
Damn it!
Damn
I
it.
know, right?
Well, I know what I'm doing this
played
winter.
Ragnarok because I've been waiting for it to drop on PC.
I have
It's
to.
such a good game.
I played God of War self-titled, the new one, and it was so good. I was a huge God of War fan as well.
Mhm.
I never really got into the God of War games because I didn't have
sorry.
a PlayStation in a decent time.
2 days for God
What?
of War Ragnarok.
Okay.
Oh, on the 19th, yeah.
Yep.
The old ones were fun, especially if you were interested in Greek mythology. And the original one, they started pushing boundaries of what video games allow in them without being an NC-17 game.
Mhm.
Right on. Hell yeah.
So they
Is
were
that
fun.
still a rating? I thought they got rid of that and it's now just mature in general.
No, I think because of Japan, it's still a rating.
What,
Uh,
NC-17?
NC-17 because I haven't seen an NC-17 rated game in a long time in the West. So,
I'm not
people
sure
just
Japan uses ESRB.
I don't think they do.
I thought they did.
I think that's just here.
Let's see. Learn more about ratings. Rating categories: E for everyone. Everyone 10 plus is a new thing now, apparently. Teen.
NC-17's only for movies now, not for.
Then you have mature, 17 or up. Adults only, 18 and up, which the hell's 1 year? Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just split it up into multiple ones.
Yep. And
Um,
then rating pending, which I think is probably my favorite, and then rating pending likely mature 17 up.
And
There
you're
are
correct,
some.
Japan does not use ESRB. They use something called CERO, Computer Entertainment Rating Organization.
Mhm. Yeah. But to
Okay.
answer the question of what's the difference between like 17 and 18 for in the States, some people like in certain states you
Amy's
are
gone.
considered an adult.
Gotta fix his voice box.
Yeah.
You are considered an adult at 17 years old. In
Mhm.
some states, you're considered an adult at 18 years old. So that's why there's the difference more than.
I mean, you can join the military at 17. They won't deploy you, but you can join the military at 17. So I think you should be able to, play that game.
Damn.
What was that game? Like Sex with Hitler?
What? What?
I went down a weird rabbit hole.
I am not going to Google that.
I went down a weird rabbit hole.
I'm not looking this one up either.
I felt like
Alright,
buying
that's a
Scorch a naughty game because I haven't done it in a few years.
Don't,
And-
please.
Sex with Hitler was my line when I was like, nope, not doing this. It is $7 on Steam, and it's got a really good rating, apparently.
Do you realize how many games I have on my freaking library and I will never touch them because of you guys? Thank you.
It was a
forgot
hobby
what's
of mine for a while.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, you and Spaz.
I used to we would just randomly, like, when we were bored at the house, be like, I'm going to buy Scorch some anime titties.
I thought it was for like a birthday gag present is what it was because when I was visiting you one time it was like around to buy him a hentai game. What's the worst that happens?
Nope.
You could
they
buy Sex with Hitler
Whenever-
Führer Deluxe for $17.45.
Oh, does Steam keep track of your search
Stop.
bars?
I really hate that I'm asking
Yes.
this.
It
It
does.
actually does.
What
maintain
do
value.
you get for the Führer's Deluxe?
It's an expansion. But
That's the wrong question, my friend.
you could also buy the Führer set, which comes with Sex with Hitler 2, Hitler's Bunker, BDSM, Sex with Hitler World War II, and Sex with Hitler 2069. I can turn off my camera if you want to look at the screen. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
I'll have to with you to buy it for him.
Stop it.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
I
funny
actually, so
statement coming from
I
your AI
organize
bot.
my Steam library as opposed to some of you heathens,
Hey,
and
Rude,
I actually
I
had
do
a
it.
category
Mine's an
that
ABC
was
order.
literally called Etchy, and I just stuck all those games in it. And
Nice.
I think I actually hid them because I don't see it anymore.
Listen,
Oh.
I go by the alphabetized, uncategorized ones.
Right?
Okay.
And DreadPirate can play this. It only requires GT 710.
But that's been his issue.
I don't think I'm gonna play this game.
I don't think
So-
you're missing out.
Back to big robots. Some of you may know my obsession with Gundam. I am not looking forward to the new Netflix Gundam Requiem for Vengeance. It looks terrible. It's all CGI instead of animated standard. It just looks bad.
They're doing what to Gundam?
There's a new Gundam Requiem for Vengeance thing on Netflix that comes out in a few days.
So just there's this whole thing called object permanence. If you don't see it, it doesn't exist. So let's just not and say we did.
I know it exists, so I have to watch it. But it looks like this is going to be a callback. Did any of you guys ever watch the Starship Troopers CGI cartoon?
Yes. After
What year was that
the
released?
many conversations we've had.
Probably before you were built.
We've talked about this one.
So this looks like that. It's real bad. Hold on, let me throw the article in the chat. But yeah, it's looking rough. I don't know if I'm super excited about it.
Ew. I'll still watch it.
I already hate that image.
I do too.
Wait,
I'm
is
not a
that
huge
the?
fan of
It's a tall
It's
dude,
a
isn't it?
Zaku's. No, it's a Zaku's. You're thinking Gundam Wing, which is in a different universe.
I'm not a huge fan of all the CGI that's making its way into anime.
Me neither. I think some of them are doing it well, but it's becoming
are
too.
not.
Yeah, it's becoming
very
too
few in
flooded.
between.
Especially when you get like the mix, like you can tell which scenes are hand drawn, and then all of a sudden, which scene the main character has been like fully CGI animated. It's
Right.
Yeah.
a little obnoxious too the way they do it, because like you can tell that the animation style they're using is just like clunky almost. Like there's not that fluid motion or that anime cartoon styling where like they're swinging their sword and it looks like their arm is robotic. I hate that.
Mhm.
You think if
Poe
they could
probably loves
figure
it.
out perfect jiggle physics, they could figure out Gundams?
Wait, what would I love?
Just they've had perfect jiggle physics since Dead or Alive 2. Why can't they figure out Gundams?
Well,
Wait,
that's the thing,
Scorch,
they
what did you
already
say?
had Gundam figured out.
I'll
Like
get to you.
they
Poe, don't
had
worry.
a perfect stylization for it. They didn't need to change it.
Yeah, they came far enough. And honestly, if you wanna look at New Age Gundam style shows that did it right, the Pacific Rim like animators they're doing actually look really good. Or the Godzilla ones as well.
Pacific Rim was oddly good. I was not expecting that movie to be as good as it was. The second one was a travesty, but the first
Yeah,
one
it
was
was.
oddly good. And
First one was
also
hard. I really enjoyed that.
for Mobile Suit Gundam, just watch Iron Blooded Orphans. It's good. It's worth the watch.
So
It's
Poe,
not
so-
it's not Gundam
sorry.
Wing, but it's good.
It
Real
was
quick, so-
surprisingly really good. It actually had a fleshed out story, which was enjoyable for once.
So, Poe, real quick, what I was saying earlier about the CGI in anime and the robotic movement, that you would probably enjoy that. That's what I said.
Oh. Okay.
You're gonna enjoy
Just
it when
knock-
we plug
knocking
him
on you
into a
a little bit.
Oh.
I'm just gonna let that one
Alright.
sit.
Thanks to the
Hang on.
local
Hey,
burn of
AI,
Florida, I have a very
you get this control
specific
panel.
image of Sabians that just keeps flooding my mind every time we mention it.
I'm interested. Do tell.
That's a story
Yeah,
for
yeah,
not when we're recording, but I will happily share it with you fellas.
Do we need an ESRB rating?
Z.
This episode is just called Rated Z.
Nice.
Right. That's the episode title.
If you are shopping for a Sibian, definitely look into Motor Bunny.
Oh, jeez.
It's a Sibian
And Motor Bunny,
alternative.
if you would like to sponsor us.
Again,
dude.
we are not sponsored. However, if for some fucking reason Sibian or whoever makes them wants to sponsor us, Kain will more than love to try it out.
I'll do product testing. I got this.
The listeners and watchers we might get with that kind of.
Oh, we're gonna. Oh god, who's
Sorry to
it?
tap into that market.
Oh,
Joe-
what's his name?
Joe Rogan's first sponsor was Pocket Pussy. It's got to be a good sign. I'm just saying.
There was another. Oh, he was on like American Idol. He was a rock star. He had a radio live on air. They would test like a Sibian. What's his name?
Oh, you're talking about the radio guy.
Yeah. Oh, it's
XM
it's like-
satellite radio, not Opie and Anthony. Howard Stern.
Howard Stern. Thank you. Yeah.
Fuck
We're just gonna
that
end it
guy.
like that. Yeah.
I do want to talk about one last thing before we go that I know we're all excited about. D&D 5e 2024 edition. I am about 3 chapters into this book, and it is good. And I will admit on air, because fuck you, Wizards of the Coast, I walked into a game store and bought that bitch last week. Fuck you for releasing it today.
Thanks, Scorch.
Nice.
It doesn't fit, but it works.
I like how
I like
that,
it.
that popped up after we said "fuck you, Wizards of the Coast."
Hey,
I thought they
you
were
know.
taking my boy out.
There you go.
But no, I'm hella excited. As someone that has mainly played 5e, I'm kind of excited to see the difference.
So the only issue, to kind of piggyback on what Kain was talking about, so my fuck you to Wizards of the Coast, is I did the pre-order for the digital bundle set and then the physical bundle set as it comes out. I'm excited to have it all in hand, and I use the digital content pretty often, so I'm all right with that. But what truly annoys me is the fact that he walked into a game store the day that it releases without anything being announced to my knowledge, or at least I just blatantly missed it, and got a really fucking cool cover looking book. Whereas the only options I had was just the standard books. Like, I would have happily dropped an extra $5 to get the fancy bundled physical books. So
It
fuck
wouldn't
you.
have been. It wouldn't have been an extra 5. It would have been an extra like 20.
I don't think so, because the price that he paid for it at the store is the same price I paid for it online.
Yeah, the alt cover books don't cost anymore.
I'm surprised Wizards doesn't do that. After all the money grabbing they've done, they don't do that one.
They wouldn't sell them because people like me end up buying both, so I have one to use and one to just sit on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
So they're basically just being like, hey, if you just want one that'll cost you the same amount, go for it. And they're gonna have the base core books with the alternate covers for the entire print run. So it's not going away.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't need more than one copy. So most likely I'll end up selling.
Do, because I am a D&D book goblin. I love my click clacks. I love my magic number makers, and I love my D&D books.
Oh, math rocks.
I'm almost back up to my 3.5 edition collection.
Addiction is a problem.
Hey, at least this one doesn't eat my
Seek
foot.
help if you need it.
But no, so they changed all the classes. They made them all fucking heroes again, which is dope. You don't got to be all cautious around players and shit. They changed how targeting and reactions work. And how, like, what is it? Saving throws work. I like it better now because You roll a saving throw if you want to do an action. Now, not react to an action. So, like, if you want to be stealthy, you roll a saving throw. Everything else is a reaction. Which makes weird implications on rules. There are some spells now that aren't counterspell that are effectively counterspell. But I'm good with it. Giving cleric the ability to counter divine spells, I'm about.
Wait, so instead of saying like this spell you have to make like a dexterity saving throw, it's now what?
Saving throw is a reaction. A DC is now an action. It used to be a saving throw with a DC of insert random number here.
A check, okay.
Yeah, they've specified what your different roles mean. They've been really specific in them. They played with grappling a little bit and brought it more back to something that makes sense. They are adding vehicles, from what I can tell. There's a lot of rules in there for like ships and like what's the little things the Romans and the Egyptians used to chariots. That's the word. They've brought in rules so you could play that, but they haven't released anything like a rule set for those pieces of equipment. The new rules, as much as I really hate what they did with races and backgrounds, I hate it because I'm old and I fear change. But they've done a good job with it.
So
I'm
the one
actually
thing I will
thoroughly
add
impressed.
to the backgrounds that I do really enjoy is they actually added more features or built features into the backgrounds, which has been really enjoyable. So it makes choosing a background more worthwhile and want to actually play into having that your starting background instead of just picking something to get your skill bonuses.
So have you guys already read through the new players?
I've started it.
3 chapters
Like some
in.
of what Kain was talking about with the reactions and the saving throws, I gotta dig into that a little bit because that doesn't quite make sense to me. But I'm sure or Kain and I need to have a day where we kind of sit at a table and just butt heads to kind of make sure we have a clear understanding of everything.
Yeah, they've defined what DCs are, which is good. Because before it was like, this thing happened, roll a DC, and you're like, that doesn't really make sense. They've defined the difference between an action and a reaction. They've another big one is they've defined how skills work a little bit better. So now it's like, I'm gonna roll a stealth to sneak into this, but even though I have a stealth roll of 35, doesn't mean that that guy's not going to see me open a door or move something off a shelf. Like, he's going to notice there's a movement. Also, now stealth is effectively invisibility. That's how they kind of corrected stealth. If you are rolling a stealth check to get past certain people, you need to game it out where you're like, I'm going this route because they're not looking this way. It's not like it used to be where you roll a stealth and you're in stealth.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
You're in stealth, you're just crab walking right underneath. It's now more or less like a
hide in plain sight.
You doing the Zoidberg?
Right? The new actions that you can take in a given round are better, in my opinion. They're not too much change, but the little subtle change that they made. And the reason I'm only 3 chapters in is I've had to compare 5e versus 5r. But it looks good. I'm excited about it. It's not going to be a quick convert your characters to the new 2024 Player's Handbook. There's going to be a big change. I don't really see how... I see how you can make things backwards compatible with just like trying to make the rule set work. But at this point, this shouldn't have been called 5th edition revision. This is almost a new edition. There's more change here than there was from 3.5 to 4th.
Oh, damn.
So is it safe to say 5.5?
It's 5R. But it does look good, and the fact that they kept it 5th edition means it's all in public domain.
Good luck.
Right.
Don't die. I'm excited for it. What little I've dug into, I'm pretty happy about. other than the backgrounds now being your race. But I have my own issues with that.
Old crotchety man doesn't like change.
Yeah, it's not so much I don't like change, it's so much that it makes sense to me in the fact that they're trying to make all the races more inclusive, but also it's a medieval magical setting. The races shouldn't be inclusive. Know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like, you shouldn't have a halfling with a 20 strength right from the get-go. It's not, that's
Yeah,
something they
but
should
it's
work
funny
towards.
if they do.
It's funny if the dice give you that role
Yeah.
and you could figure it out, but now it's just easy to do. So all of your halfling fighter is going to become the standard.
So
But
they're trying to make everybody more useful.
no,
They're just trying to make sure everybody can play. They're just trying to make sure like
yeah,
every race can be played.
yeah,
Because there were times like a spreadsheet that like early on in 5e that everyone was playing either like a half elf sorcerer or elf rogue. Like it was very much like, though it makes sense, there was a lot of like neglected races, and I air quote neglected, and it's just because a lot of people were like, oh, I want to be able to like mid max. Now they're making it
Yeah.
easier for everything.
So now your halfling fighter can be just as strong and just as capable stats wise as your orc fighter. They also got rid of all the half bloods, which I thought was confusing. I half elves, half orcs. Now you just play orc, which is stupid because orcs used to be a baller thing to throw against your players. Now they're just a playable race. But I'm okay with that because they didn't change the stats too much. There's still no level adjustment, so all the races are hyper powerful versus you playing a hyper powerful race and then get penalized for it. But they made the game, from what I could tell from a player perspective, having only been a player a few times, it seems like it'll be more fun. And from a DM perspective, it'll be easier to run because they've made it more about actually playing the game and not crunching numbers. They also got rid of the skills section in the character sheet. It's now under the ability scores.
Getting rid of it's not necessarily the right verbiage, but they definitely moved it.
Yeah. So like if it's a skill that's strength based, it's under your strength, like right there, easy to read. You don't have to like do a calculation.
Oh, that's cool.
The only issue I have with that is like the skill intimidation, for example, because intimidation's a charisma based skill as a base. But if you have like a barbarian that wants to intimidate, well, they can make a strength intimidation. So now you either have to have character sheets that have a few blanks under each stat, or you have to have like just keep in mind that when you make an intimidation as a barbarian, it's under your strength.
But you're gonna run into it a lot because barbarian in this example is a pretty normally played class. The thing with it is somebody's eventually gonna make character sheets that are class based outside of your base character sheet, and no one uses the base character sheet. Let's just be honest. So
You'd be surprised how often they do get used.
I mean, they get used in like if you're playing, what did they call it? Pathfinder's got it now too.
Oh, you're talking about like League and
yeah.
one shots.
Yeah, Adventurers League. I think you use the base character sheet until you find the dope class specific character sheet that streamlines a lot of like your tracking for you. So like the monk character sheet is something I used to use a lot because it's just like it had my key points in my martial art in a section instead of me having like
super in and out. We're gonna have to get them fixed. Back to Mexico with you.
Oh no.
Yeah, like for the 5th edition stuff, I have character sheets that are all class specific. So to the point of what our glitchy robot is saying, I've got sorcerer sheets that has all of your meta magic stuff on it, monks that has all your key points on it, space for all your spells on a wizard's character sheet, paladins for all your auras that you get. So like that stuff is really nice. I'm just really curious to see if that will still cross over or if I'll need to adjust those a little bit for 5.5 now.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough of a change where I don't think using a regular 5e character sheet will be viable.
Not
I'm
a
sure-
regular character sheet, no.
Because they don't call them key points anymore. A lot of that stuff has changed. So you're going to end up having to change the verbiage on the character sheet. And I think they changed it just because standard 5e is now open market for anybody to use. So they're trying to separate themselves from standard 5e.
Hmm.
I think that's it. What are we at? Yeah, we're at an hour 15.
We're at a good time. Do I sound better? Am I cutting in and out?
No, you're fine
Or
now.
am I fine? Okay, because I changed some things.
At the end of the episode.
Yeah, I was messing with it throughout the episode because this is the first time like the voice box has not been being a voice box.
I've
But,
I've got one more short topic a quick topic we could finish on.
Okay.
Finish out on. New Helldivers patch. Player count is starting to go back up.
Yep. Cousin and
Supposedly-
his friends are definitely getting on tonight to test out the new patch.
Yep. Supposedly
Nice.
they've fixed a lot of the issues that have been happening. I read some of it. It does seem like they're finally actually listening to what the players want.
Well, they're listening to the players. They're also figuring out the balance, but they're probably going to screw it up again because
Absolutely.
they've made the guns more fun and more playable, and you kind of feel like a badass, like you should for the game, because that's what everybody wanted from it.
Hmm.
And then they're already talking about putting in a higher difficulty because they buffed the guns. So it's just like, where do you guys stop? You know what I mean? Like, why can't you? Like, I understand gun balance in games is like figuring stuff out, and over time you do it. But like, honestly, let it ride for a while, unless there's just so much bad. You know what I mean? Like, put it over the top. Like, give them the gun damage they want. Watch how they use it for a while, and then maybe come back and balance the enemies to the guns. You know what I mean? So that like they're still effective, but not like I'm walking around with a potato gun in a in a planet full of
And-
Tyranids.
With this update and this patch, they've all supposedly also done a lot of that as well. Like they've put it all in this. I guess this is one of the biggest I think the biggest patch they've put out so far. And they're trying to do a lot with it. Like I think it even said there's a new game mode called Galactic War. I didn't look too deeply into it. But like they balanced out a lot of the enemies as well as the weapons, I think.
So, just reading the patch notes here, the overview is major overhaul of anti-tank, armor penetration, health, and armor values, weapon and stratagem balancing, enemy reworks, Helldiver health and damage mechanic tweaks, gas gameplay mechanic rework, new Galactic War feature, that could be cool, emote wheel feature, so you finally get to choose your emotes instead of just having one, and crash and bug fixes. So what I'm mostly curious about would probably be the Galactic War and what they did for health and damage mechanic tweaks.
So the Galactic War map can now display locations of strategically important assets. Arrowhead says this will make it much easier for players to take them into consideration when deciding their next move. So I think it's more, hey, if you're looking for this kind of thing, it's going to pop up on the world maps.
Okay.
I don't think it's a new game mode.
Damn.
I'm
Well-
not against them just letting the damages ride and people figuring out new metas, because that's what it is. People don't want to change their setup.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, you also want to run stuff that feels good to play. And if your preference is like shotguns and all of the shotguns are hot garbage,
Well, I'm
then
not.
You're not going to be happy playing, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they should have nerfed them either. Like, this is a two-sided coin. It's one of those, okay, everyone's finding this kind of creature hard to do, less in the story mutate this kind of creature.
Sure. Yeah, no, I get that. But also, like, you take railguns, which are supposed to be pretty powerful, in your first patch and drop them 50% of their whole overall damage. So now they're useless, right? Like, that's what they did.
They definitely overcorrected on railguns.
Oh, yeah.
Or do you see the damage increase?
Oh, no.
Durable damage increased from 60 to 225.
They're supposed to be like they were originally supposed to be one of the more powerful guns, and initially they were.
Yeah.
One of the few that could actually take out heavies in a couple shots.
Yeah, like a pile
But you
tank
also
can
had to be
shoot
really
through its
accurate with
face.
them and really good with them.
Yeah.
Like either you overcharged it, exploded, and you died. If you turn that on, which
Most
kind
of
of gives
them.
more feel to the game. Or you weren't relatively good at aiming with it. It just bounced right off.
So
But if you hit, it was 2 hits for most of the heavies.
railgun has an insane increase. Frag grenade has an okay increase. Thermite grenade. Jesus Christ. Damage increase from 100 to 2,000.
Thermite's going to be the way to go.
I mean, that makes sense, though, because the thermite was honestly like throwing a sparkler at all the...
Yeah.
Shit to nothing.
Like, if you actually managed to hit, it did okay, because it stuck to them, right? But, like, it still was basically like, yay, sparkler, and you just throw it on them, and then they run around with a sparkler on them, so everybody knows where the charger is now, right? Like, I don't
They
know.
also reduce the health of every single character in the game. Like every single enemy character in the game.
And like they did things too. Like you remember the rocket devastators?
Yeah, fuck those
Yeah.
things.
They've made it so they now have a limit on an actual ammo limit on their rockets, and after that they disappear. And if they do if they are able to reload, it's a backpack for them, where they have to stop and reload it by hand now. Supposedly,
They shouldn't have made them
I mean-
disappear. Think of all the memes of people making them run out of ammo and then running circles around them, fucking with them.
Yeah. But I mean, okay, so that makes sense, right? Like, why do enemies that are ammo based have unlimited ammo and can basically just keep railing on you, right?
yeah,
So,
that was
like,
kind of one of the shitty parts of it.
yeah. So like, maybe give them like their 5 or 6 shots, and if they're in with their squad, a reload or something, right? Like
Mhm.
the idea of a reload. But holy crap, you're just sitting out there in the middle of a field, and a rocket devastator's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let me move over here a little bit.
You're just
like,
dodging the whole fucking time.
yeah. You take cover behind a hill, and then the rocket goes through the hill. So whatever.
I mean, it seems like a good and a big patch, and if it works out well, I'm really happy for the game. But I still don't know if it's enough for me to get back into it.
I'm not getting back into it till
probably-
the Protoss show
Give
up.
us Illuminate.
Apparently, they've started showing up, but
Yeah, the main boss from Illuminate in the first game has been popping up on maps.
mhm.
Oh, I'll jump back in when Illuminate come.
I mean, I might jump back in now just to get more medals and like upgrade all my shit.
Yeah, my shit's so far behind right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like you heathens. I never bought a war bond.
Silly.
I don't
I
think
just
I
used
did
the in-game
either.
currency to buy war bonds.
Yeah.
You didn't
I bought
have to. You just had to play.
You just have to play to get the credits, the super credits for it.
Yeah.
So I only ended up buying like 2 of them, and I own 4 because you get super credits out of the war bonds when you get them, and you also earn them while playing.
Right.
So,
And all super credits do is buy war bonds.
Yep.
And
Or
random armor
armor
pieces.
from the
Yeah.
shop. Yeah.
But let's be honest, half of those weren't even that. Most of those weren't even that good.
Not really worth it for some of them.
No. Unless they looked cool. Give them that.
I mean, seriously, the base armor they give you, like the stock stuff
That's
with
the
all the
best
extra
armor in the
padding or
game.
whatever, that's like literally the best armor in the game. It's a medium armor with extra armor on it. Like,
That, or I always liked the medic one where you got full and extra stems.
so that also became a popular meta after they came out with the stim like booster.
Yeah, where you can use it while running, and when
No,
you're
no,
full
no,
health
no.
still.
No, it gives it extra time. It makes you faster.
Oh
And-
yeah.
and it runs for longer. So like if you're a medic and you have stims available, you're basically unstoppable.
Does that
'Cause you
carry
just
over
pop
to
a
the
stim.
Does that carry over to the stim gun?
Ooh, no idea. Probably. Stim gun's new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Haven't played with it yet. Haven't
Yeah,
played.
neither have I.
Haven't really played in like a month or 3.
I haven't even had on my computer in a while.
Well, if you had a computer with proper storage,
Yeah, I know, right? Like
Here
some
we
more
go.
space in there. A couple
God damn
terabytes.
it!
You're
Just
not
saying.
escaping until you build
It's
one.
like the third or
Just
fourth
saying.
time this podcast.
Well,
Maybe
just
we're
buy
trying
it
to-
already.
Maybe we're trying to get a message across. Who knows?
we want to go to Micro Center, goddammit. And not spend our money.
Well, I might buy things, but yeah.
I'm gonna buy things for me, but it's not intentional.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Intentional.
let's
I gotta
call
pay
it.
off my credit card right currently before I put that much money on back onto it.
And you want to do it since my mic might be a little funny?
Yeah, you can contact us at thedepthsofjigoku@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and Twitch at the same thing. We will be putting up Cat Cam on Twitch eventually. If you have any comments, concerns, things that we could talk about that we may have missed, or are interested, either comment in YouTube comments or email us. If you feel in some kind of way, talk to someone about it. Reach out to people that you don't think need reaching out to. That way you can, get a little bit of gauge on them. Go out, have fun. Don't take any drugs that are bitter. And don't buy Coke Zero Oreo because I can't get this fucking aftertaste out of my mouth. Shout out. You got any DreadPirate?
If you enjoy what we do, check me out on my Twitch, /DreadPirate28. I've been playing Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2. I just beat Space Marine 1. And we'll see what I play next.
Anybody else got shout outs? Nope. Why?
Peace out, y'all.
Houston, I'm getting a little fluctuation in the AC voltage now. Roger. Just the meter maybe, huh? Stand by. Looking good. You're still looking good. It's coming up 3 minutes.